Hello everybody, welcome to a new video, and today I want to talk about Particle, um, because as those who know me and watch my videos know that I've been holding Particle for a long time. Um, I've been holding Particle, well, I was holding Shadow Cash actually, and um, yeah, I decided to swap my Shadow Cash for the Particle coins because I really liked their project and I thought it was a great idea and yeah, all of that. Anyway, um, lately I've been trying to figure out um, with technical analysis why Particle has been, well, slightly underperforming versus many altcoins. Um, as far as BTC value, because well, Particle is currently at $25, and I thought it was around $5 or $6 at its lowest point. Um, but it has a really low market cap compared to its technicals, um, compared to its fundamental state at this point. It's a great project, and it is my opinion that it has been quite under the radar, mostly because it didn't really had a ICO. They just had a sort of swap kind of project thingy, and they did that. Um, I mean, they handled it well, and it was all legal and stuff, and they did the best thing they could do at that point of time. But as far as timing, well, it's been quite bad because basically Particle missed the altcoin um, bull market in the summer, last summer 2017, and yeah, they're just starting to catch up. They need to play catch up right now. So um, anyway, I've been looking at this chart for quite some time and just trying to figure out um, if there's some growth in this chart, if what to understand from it. And um, yeah, I've been researching the accumulation schematics by Wyckoff, and this has made me a lot of money actually, because well, I've noticed that a lot of these coins, like Bitcoin Cash, and a lot of them were in accumulation phase. And I've been trading Bitcoin Cash before, and after that, a lot of different altcoins. But because a lot of different altcoins are are in an accumulation phase versus Bitcoin. Because it's very important right now to talk about altcoins versus Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has been overperforming, in my opinion, and is possibly in a distribution phase. Um, well, I think we're gonna see some more correction on Bitcoin, and I wanted to look at altcoins that would perform quite strongly versus Bitcoin. Um, so I was looking at Particle and was trying to figure out what it was doing, and so I found some arguments that it's actually in accumulation phase because, well, right here we see the start of the trading on exchange Bittrex around July something, and it found some support in this funnel. You here see like a selling climax, a secondary test, an automatic reaction, and it finds resistance right here. And we see another test. We see another test. It keeps testing. Then we get like a sort of creek type thing, and it finds supports around well, this price level, like 100,000 Satoshi, that is. Um, and you see it's kind of testing its market. Um, Now, a very important part, it's my opinion, is the spring phase in this whole accumulation phase, because this is really the point um, that the, the whales try to shake out all the weak hands. So they sell off a big part, or they try to manipulate the price to go down a lot. And I was actually watching at this point. I remember like I woke up and suddenly it was like $20 or something in USD value. I was like, whoa, what just happened? It was a really thin order book, and so after that we saw a big sell-off, and I wasn't worried at all. But I mean, it's mostly because of this order thin book, because of thin order book. But yeah, I think this is a great spring phase, and right after its spring phase, you would see you would see some support, maybe some sideways movement like this, and after that you see a jump over the creek, which is, you know, a very important part of the accumulation phase. So, um, in order to explain it, basically, this is right now, this is like a trading range, which you're not supposed to trade in. Um, and this is the part where everything gets manipulated a lot, and whales try to scoop up a lot of these coins at the lowest price possible, and they are really testing the market at um, what the market thinks should find support at. So um, yeah, you have a couple of support lines right here and resistance lines, and right here after the spring phase you actually see a jump over the creek. So you have to imagine that at this point there's like a creek that's going in this chart, and it splits off something like this, and it has to find a momentum and um, um, jump over that creek in order to find support on the next um, resistance slash support lines. So you actually see a very big buy order right here, and it jumps over the creek, and you see it finds some support and it's trying to test the next resistance lines. So it goes over this one, and it's making another test. And I would imagine we would, you could argue that this is a sign of strength, right? So you have a look at this is like this is a great website to look at. So right here you see this is an accumulation schematic. Now they're not all the same. Like you have a couple of different possibilities. Um, so right here, just to notice, this is like the selling climax to automatic reaction, which you will find right here, like selling climax, secondary test, automatic reaction. It's trying to find, they try to get the feel of the market, right? So you have a secondary test, and you have an automatic reaction again, and this is like the sort of creek type of pathing that it's taking, and you have a spring phase, which is below the secondary test. This is like the point where they really want to shake out the weak hands and scoop of those cheap coins. Then you have a sort of spring, or a sort of jump across the creek, and you see all these tests. Let me find a couple of more. Maybe something that's interesting. No, no. Right. Let me try to find a good picture here. Alright. Okay, so I think, right now we are somewhere across, around this jump across the creek place, right? So, um, right? This is a great example of a creek. Like you see a couple of testers, they move the price up, you see a creek, and then you get a spring phase. And you goes back up, finds the support, testing, and you see a jump across the creek with a sign of strength. So I would consider calling this sign of strength. Okay. Let's see. Now I want to show you guys another example of another coin to visualize all of this. Give you another example of a coin that is currently, it's a little bit further, but this one is a lot cleaner in my opinion. So this is Pivx. I'm a big bull on Pivx. Anyway, selling climax, right? So you have this huge, this is actually reaccumulation, but you know, you see this really big markup. Eventually it hits a buying climax, then it goes preliminary support, then you have a selling climax, you have an automatic reaction, like it gets sold off, and people like, oh, these are cheap, let's buy them all, and so you have an automatic reaction, like it's oversold, and so it gets corrected, so you have an automatic reaction. Then you have a secondary test, then they buy the more coins, and they found resistance. It got sold off again. You see a secondary test. So this is really all manipulation, right? So then it's bought up again, finds resistance again, and then you have this creek type of thing. Finds support. It's kind of splitsing, and then you have a spring phase. So, whoop, this is manipulation. They try to get rid of all the weak hands, buy as much coins as they can for the cheapest price possible, and then you have a jump across the creek. So you have to imagine that there's like a creek going around this place, and sometimes you even see a double one, like this one. Like you would imagine, like there's a creek going around here, and one around here, and you see this jump across the creek with lots of momentum. Then it finds resistance slash support. So you see like a sort of cool-off phase, and you see another jump across the creek, which results in a sign of strength. This is a major sign of strength. So right now you see here, this is a support line, or a sort of last point of supply. So and after that we would look at a markup phase, and the markup phase is, well, this one. So it starts to go up a lot. And with Particl, I would like to see another jump, another sign of strength right here. This might be a last point of supply, right? Last point supply. So I want to see another. It's showing like a lot of strength, because this is like a sort of bull flag with the pole, and the volume is decreasing. Might be hard to see. Let me close this one. So gone. Yeah. So you see this little orange kind of line. This is the average moving volume. You see it's decreasing, which is what's supposed to happen. And then you suddenly see a lot of increasing volume right here, which is an indicator that there's confidence in making this move. So I would expect personally, that this can go a lot higher. So we might see a next sign of strength, I guess. So basically, I think right now we had this point, this one, oh, right, and and you have less points of supply, and you see a sign of strength right here, which could test this resistance line. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Somewhere around this point, it would find resistance, and you could possibly see some sideways movement until it goes in the market phase. It really takes off. Now keep in mind, this is versus Bitcoin. So even though, oh, it's really moving up already. This is the USD pair, and you see a little bit of a bull pennant, and it's breaking out with a lot of volume. Well, not particularly a lot, but relative to its previous decreasing volume. So it's showing a lot of strength. But if BTC goes to, like, I don't know, some crazy number, 7,500 something, I think that's quite fair. It could reach or 10k or something. That would mean that even if USD, like, let's say Particl stays at $27, but BTC falls down, the part BTC pair actually will move up, right? Because it's gaining, Particl is gaining value versus BTC, even though the USD pair stays the same. But for those who are in it to increase their USD value, the fact that it's growing versus BTC will actually mean, to me, this is my theory, right? Once Bitcoin goes sideways, like I would guess it's doing right now, you could see a increase in price in USD value on your altcoins, because most of the time when BTC increases or goes up or goes down, the altcoins go down, and the only time when altcoins go up is when BTC goes sideways. Ooh, it's doing a lot of good things. Okay, so I would guess we might be in this phase right here somewhere. If you look at PIVX, this is the place we would be if this is Particl in the future, right? So we're looking for really the major sign of strength right here. I think this is possibly the resistance line. So if you look at this, it has been tested a couple of times right here. 1, 2, almost 3, 4. Here it finds some resistance. Yeah. So this is going to be a resistance line. Anyway, if you want to learn about Wyckoff, you should definitely go to this website. I would put a link down below in the I don't know what it's called, but I will down below this video, and you can read some of this stuff. If you have some questions about this trading technique, you should you have some questions, you can always ask them in the comment section or DM me or whatever, and I will answer them. And if you enjoy this video, then please give it a like, subscribe, and all this good stuff. Yeah, so for those of you who have been accumulating Particl, congratulations, because right now this is a good place to be in the schematic. You will possibly make a lot of money, but I will always have to say, this is not financial advice. This is purely my opinion. So if I'm wrong, don't sue me. Okay? All right. Bye bye.